Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Playing Spot in My Life. Good evening, and welcome to Playing Spot in My Life on a special piece of history in aviation. Evening, Dave. How are you? So let's get sharing the stream. Let's show the love. Let's all hit the like button. And let's all have a nice chat about this orbit. Because I think I'm in another orbit at the moment. And let's get people tuned in, because this is going to be fun. Big shout out to Daniel, Kyle, Josh, Claire, everyone who's tuned in. And I'll just give everyone time to build up. So, what have we all been up to then? Are we all right? Just giving some people time to tune. If the screen does go down or go off, it's because I'm replying to messages and still sorting out some mystery. But I hope yous are all well, as we are on a milestone right now. Thank you, Dave. Much appreciated, because this is the time now. I want to hit 1K for what is about to happen. So, before I start talking in a few moments or in a few minutes, I'm just giving it time to build up, give people time to get a drink, tune in, and then we'll crack on. So, feel free to, because we have gone live a bit earlier anyway. Evening, Mikey. So, just for these next few moments, can you all share the stream, hit the like, share the channel, because we're only on 973, so we are 27 more subs away from 1K. And I want to hit 1K, because between now and the end of the year, it's going to be fantastic. And I'm in the middle of a trip right now, of planning a trip, which if you haven't already seen on the chat, in the Q&A part, go and have your guess, and I'll tell you at the end of this. Beep, beep. Because I'm in the middle of pre-booking a 2-day trip. And have your guesses in the Q&A, that's on the chat. And you'll find out in a bit. That's the plan. How I've worked it out here, it'll be funny and whatever. This is going to be exciting. So, evening, Mr. Smith. Beep beep. Alright, Will. I hope you're alright. Daniel O'Rourke, shout out to you. See you on Sunday. Dave, thank you. Yeah. And if you want to have your guess in the live chat of where the trip is going to be in October, all I need to do is get the flight now. It was going to be Ola. That's a hint. Josh has given the hint of that trip in October. I've already booked one hotel, but I'm thinking of cancelling that and getting this deal that I've got. But I just don't need to get the flight. Whether I have to fly from Manchester, I don't care. Just flying there. If it's an afternoon flight, I don't mind. Do the stream and then fly back on the day after, on the Sunday. Friday to Sunday is what I'm looking at. Can anyone guess? Tremila! It's a Cardiff. No. Let's see what it is. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to Manchester Airport. I'm not going to stick in the live stream. We've got short data and the weather doesn't look good for streaming, so I'm going to leave that stream till another time. But I'll still be at Manchester to get content. I'm in the middle of planning the trip now for October. I'm sitting here thinking, yes, I'll have the money, no doubt. Come near the time, I'll be like, oh bloody hell, but no, I'm gonna get it sorted. So, what happened last night? It was the UK's first ever orbit with Virgin Orbit. Now, comment in the chat below, did you watch any of the streams? Did you watch the news about it? Who tuned in for the orbit? Before we go any further, did you tune into the orbit? Did you watch it? Have you watched it back? You was in bed. Yes, it was the first orbit and it did fail, unfortunately, which is a shame. But let's forget about that failure. What a special moment it was to see a 747 fly again. How nice is it to see the Queen of the Skies fly in the UK, in Newquay, not far from Liverpool. And yeah, it failed. But just to see that beautiful plane in the sky, what a special moment for the country. And will we ever see it again? We could do. But if you watched it, how special was it? Did you enjoy it? What was your favourite moment? For me, it was just nice to see a 747 with Virgin to keep that plane Cosmic Girl and just rebrand it a little bit. Special moment, and for Newquay, for a little airport like that, it's just nice to see them experience something like that. I'd love to see Liverpool do something like that, but unfortunately we won't. It did give me goosebumps, and every time I just watch it back right now and looking at the pictures of it, it's just what, you know, the plane just looks so pretty, doesn't it? A bit like me. Yes, there'll be a relaunch, I think. Yes, and I hope so too. Cosmic Girl was stunning. She looked brand new for 21 years old, yes. And for those that missed it, I am going to just put the clip on right now. Someone was in bed, so, you know. How can I do this? Let's see. Maybe if I sat on the bed, it might do. No, don't worry. Right. Don't worry. Right. Don't worry. Turn my voice off. Right. Right. So this is the clip of the 747 rocket launch. I am I'm just going to expand the tripod a little bit. What's Kyle saying there? Where's this live in October? Well, the one that I was looking at, I'm going to change it for somewhere else. Let's just hope it does happen. So, before we get on to that, Kyle, for those that never seen the Orbit last night, here we go. Enjoy it, because it really is something special.
Finally, you could perhaps be forgiven for thinking it all has a distinctly British air. Certainly tonight's rocket launch in Cornwall, the UK's first ever, seems less American might, more make, do and mend. The launch pad, an RAF base since the war, the spacecraft, a repurposed jumbo jet.
Can you all hear the sound?
This is being built.
Just to test, can you all hear the sound? Right, so I'll turn the camera a bit further. Right, here we go. Take it all in, guys. Just enjoy it.
Build as a giant leap for the country's space industry, already supporting tens of thousands of jobs. And Martin is there. Martin, over to you.
Oh, well, there's still great excitement here amongst the thousands who are braving the cold. They've just witnessed a bit of history, Tom. A rocket just like this one starting its mission to propel 9 satellites into space. As we speak, the rocket is still dangling under the wing of a Boeing 747, but the plane just...
Do get some love in the chat with Red Hearts. Come on, guys. Let's show some love.
Cosmic Girl is now on the runway, taking off.
Cosmic Girl is go, carrying a giant rocket under one wing and the hopes of the British space industry on the other. This is the first time satellites have been blasted into orbit from UK soil, and is the culmination of years of planning.
The UK want to tap into 10% of the global marketplace, and that's billions. You know, this isn't small. We're looking at 47,000 jobs just alone in the UK that it supports already, and we just want to grow that even more.
Thousands had gathered at Newquay to watch the first flight, braving the bracing wind to see history happen.
I've watched things like this since I was little. I've watched the moon landing. I know this isn't the same thing, but it's just exciting.
It's just amazing. Once in a lifetime.
I'm excited about seeing the rocket because I haven't actually seen a real one before.
Once over the Atlantic, southwest of Ireland, Launcher 1 will be dropped,
Really?
propelling 9 satellites into orbit at 17,000 miles per hour. A feat of engineering to inspire the next generation of astronauts.
There's a saying that if you can't see it, you can't be it. So the fact that, you know, school kids from Cornwall can go down to Newquay Airport and actually see an industry that's on their doorstep that's crying out for young, fresh, new talent must be very exciting.
We won't know for a few hours if the launch has been a complete success, but plenty will be watching with interest. Martin Stew, News at 10.
And just how amazing was that? Just how amazing to see a 747 taking off in the skies in Newquay. What a moment. Unfortunately, it failed, but you know, I'm sure they'll do a relaunch again. Typical UK fail, but we fail a lot of things, don't we, Josh? And just the thousands of people, that turned out to see that. Wish I could. Hello. And how are you, lads? What? And all I'm gonna say is, what can we take from that? Would we like to see it again? What can we take from that special thing last night? Time to come back, right, didn't I? What are you on about there? So, what else have I got here about the first UK orbit? It's in the company of Virgin. provides launch services to small satellites. And on the 17th of January 2021, their Launcher 1 successfully reached orbit and deployed 10 CubeSat. The company was Virgin Orbit. That company was formed in 2017 to develop an air-launched Launcher 1 rocket modified from a Boeing 747. Beautiful plane. Named after Cosmic Girl, the tandem had previously been an object of Virgin Galactic. Based on Long Beach, California, Virgin Orbit has now got more than 300 employees, led by President Dan Hart, a former Vice President of Government Satellite Systems at Boeing. So you can see I'm trying to make it all about the Boeing 747 tonight and the Virgin Orbit. Currently digging into a pop noodle. What flavour? And yes, I'm still in the middle of searching for this little trip in October. So get your guesses in the chat. Get your guesses in the Q&A. That's on the chat. And you'll find out in a bit. What more? Virgin Orbit focuses on a small satellite launch, which is one of 3 capabilities being focused on the Virgin Galactic. Of where my trip's going to be. I've got a couple of eyes on one, but there's one that I really want to look at, and I'll tell you. These capabilities are human spaceflight operations, small satellite launch, and advanced aerospace design, manufacturing and test. The 30th of December 2021, Virgin Orbit became publicly traded company, symbol VORB, and Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Yeah, going on and on and on. When was actually Orbit found, the Virgin Orbit? It was found 5 years ago. Now they've got 390. Cosmic Girl. There we go. A bit about Cosmic Girl. It's abroad. Yeah, it is now. The Cosmic Girl is the modified Boeing 747-400 to launch your rockets. Yeah. Hi, Mr. BB. How are we doing? It's in the northwest. Got 2 lined up. I don't know whether to do it in the northwest, and the other option is abroad. In the northwest, if I do go to the northwest, an airport over here, I've got a stream lined up from. Who wants a drum roll? If it's in the northwest, I'm going to bring the stream from Birmingham Airport, and if I don't go to Birmingham Airport, it will be and if it's abroad, Birmingham if it's in the northwest, if I do go with that one, and if I don't, if I go with the other option, it's going to be Mallorca. So there's 2 options I'm looking at, and I'm looking to see which one's the best one. So yeah, if I can get Mallorca sorted, I will. And if I don't, it's going to be Birmingham Airport. But what do you want? Birmingham or Mallorca? I'm going to look at Amsterdam sometime next year. But for the October trip, Mallorca or Birmingham. And I've got Lanzarote lined up for March next year. The job's killing you, Will, but you love your job. Mallorca. Is that what you're picking? But I've just been looking at Lanzarote as well, but I've said I'd do that in March. And Lanza March. And for the new year, I've only just been looking at this plan anyway. For the new year, I know it's way out, like, but new year, or I might look into it sometime in December. A little trip down to Newquay Airport, Cornwall. Yeah. Sitting here mad, aren't I, telling you different stories or different trips, but you know, I'm just looking at eyeing up some trips and start planning now. Got a new job in Will P. Have you? Or would you like me to bring the trip in October from Newquay? For the summer, Newquay. So yeah, going back onto the Virgin Orbit. Before April it closes down. Well, I doubt that'll happen. Yeah. Cornwall have given their eviction notice. Oh, what's up with all these airports closing now? Just trying to find a clip of the landing of that 7-4 last night. But it was amazing to see a 747 flying again. Not the old airport. Runcorn Depot. What is going on about Runcorn Depot? It's just so amazing to watch that last night. Anyone else watch it? Did you watch it, Alex, the rocket launch? I just thought it was so beautiful. This morning, not live. Iceland video out Friday, nice. So nice. Oh God, he can't get up early mornings appointments. Who are you talking about? I'm off tomorrow and Thursday anyway, so I had a nice lie-in the other morning. 10 AM I woke up. Here we go, here's another clip that I'll show you from the rocket launch last night. Don't know whether it'll have the landing in it, but we'll see. If you weren't going Manchester, I would have gone for the West Atlantic, of course I would. Me and Will P having our own conversation. Beep beep. When's that video of the Will P beep beep out? And I'm gonna do the Will P dance tomorrow live on Airliners Live at Manchester Airport. Andy's open to get me on the camera. I know, yeah. Wonderful advert, like, innit? Eating your animal. Oh, flipping heck.
Liftoff was a Cornish dream. Cosmic Girl carrying aloft the UK's ambition to be a spacefaring nation. Under its wing, a rocket carrying 9 satellites. And out over the Atlantic, its engines fired.
It looks to be a successful ignition.
A perfect launch. But then, from the edge of space came the message, Nuki, we have a problem.
Welcome back, everyone. It appears that Launcher 1 has suffered an anomaly, which will prevent us from making orbit for this mission.
Back at Cornwall Spaceport, the news was broken to a devastated team. Something went wrong with the rocket's engine, and it never quite made it into orbit.
The team did a phenomenal job, but we had an issue, and we're going to find out what went wrong, and we're going to fix it.
2,500 people came to watch the first satellite launch from Western Europe. But the fizz went flat.
I feel gutted for them, putting all that hard work, and it's just not come to fruition, has it?
I'm a bit like disappointed because it didn't get up all the way.
Spaceport Cornwall proved it can launch rockets from a normal airport, and it will try again. But disappointment first time around is hard.
Awful. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It was just like, it was gutting. It was all, we all heard it different times. So once we kind of all got together, there were tears, and it was very upsetting.
Only the United States builds more satellites than Britain. Determination to have a UK launch base in Cornwall and later this year Scotland is undimmed.
Around 100,000 satellites are expected to be launched globally by the end of the decade. This is about trying to capture some of that market. UK spaceports could add £3.8 billion to the economy over the next 8 years.
But space is hard. Success far from guaranteed.
Another stupid advert. There's Will P driving the car. So, our boss was there. And I have just booked one of the airports for October, which is going to be Birmingham.
Want to know how to find the cheapest
So
flights
Birmingham Live in October.
Enter your origin and destination. Choose your preferred dates and how.
Amazing. I've got a good picture of the 747 here. Birmingham. What's everyone up to tonight? Who wants a game of bingo? Later. And there's us wanting to start the first one out an hour earlier. You're talking about buses, are you? That picture there of the orbit. Departing Newquay last night. Anyone got any questions about? Then, yeah, jam on toast or marmalade. Jam on toast. Don't eat marmalade. I'd love to see another 747 taken off again. And hope they redo it. Why, what would you have, Josh? They still fly. Some of them do. I wouldn't even bother. Got to work, Will. They just sent being made anymore, but some still fly Lufthansa and lots of cargo. Are you feeling alright, Josh? Go on, everyone answer Josh's question. Would you have jam or marmalade? Not sent 8. But 3 AM.
This is an aft camera view.
At not 3 AM. Oh, gotta get on with it. Definitely jam. Oops. Light out all out. There's another good video of the orbit. Trying to keep it based on the orbit and show you clips and have a little talk about it, what we enjoy, what was special about it. If you did see it, how special is it to you, and how do you feel about it?
You can see now, this is an aft camera view from the drop. So we have, it looks to be a successful ignition of the Stage 1 engine.
The video is a couple of minutes long,
to space.
but you can have a look yourself. That's just the orbit, anyway. Gutted it failed, but still was 10 out of 10. Yeah, it was special, wasn't it? So what we're seeing now is how the orbits failed a little bit, and when they were setting it off. And yeah, it was a shame it failed though, wasn't it? But just see. Just the 747 taking off was awesome.
Like I had said before, a lot happens very quickly after drop. You can see here that we're actually getting towards the end of our Stage 1 burn. Everything is nominal so far. We've had our pitch up on the bottom, on the burn time. You can see on the graphical user interface, if you do have that one on. We have made it through Max Q Alpha, which is one of the most stressful physical moments for the rocket. Very comfortably through Max Q. And then also through our maximum heat, aerodynamic heat, heating.
I'll just show you.
We have made it through MECO, our main engine cutoff. That is our Newton 3 engine shutdown. Is reported as nominal. And if we can go back to our aft camera.
Bearing brake wire is broken.
We have stage separation.
Just to see something like this is very interesting and
you may see dropouts
different in it. It's just so nice to see something different.
Expected as we're switching between the different ground stations.
That was special.
Host? Well, I love my place, and wouldn't it be a shame if only I got to
Why
enjoy
did the orbit lose
it?
its arm? I don't know. Why did it?
which is one of the most stressful physical moments for the rocket, very comfortably through max Q, and then also through our maximum heat, aerodynamic heat. Heating.
Gone back now. Because the rocket
We
failed.
have made it through MECO, our main engine cutoff. That is our Newton 3 engine shutdown.
I'll just let you all enjoy this, but you know, if you're enjoying this and you find it interesting, then just say in the chat how interesting you think it is.
And if we can go back to our aft camera.
Oh, very funny joke.
Bearing brake wire is broken.
We have stage separation. You may see dropouts in the data during the flight here. That is expected as we're switching between the different ground stations that are picking up the signal from the rocket.
I just think it's so interesting, this,
Switch
isn't
your
it?
data source to the new key.
There's a pint glass.
Now, as you can see, the trajectory that's being shown on the screen is no longer of Cosmic Girl because she is on her way back to Spaceport Cornwall in the UK. The trajectory is now tracking Launcher One as she makes her way down the Atlantic Ocean towards the Canary Islands.
And you know what was special about this last night? What was special about this last night is that all the ground staff, the airfield team and the airport staff and people there were out on the apron getting a photo and a selfie with the Virgin. That's how emotional it must be. Just takes you back to when Doncaster closed the other week. Just reading the comments back to Cornwall Aviation Museum. Had their tenancy ended but have been offered a new home. The airfield itself is not closing. The museum is moving. Ah, cool. Looking to do a trip down there.
And the oxygen leaving the stage as it goes through the engine.
And the
really neat thing to see is the gimbal
trips
over
that
on
I'm
the
looking
left-hand
at is
side.
Birmingham
The blue
Airport,
square with the dot in the middle
Mallorca,
shows you the position
or
of the engine
Newquay.
as it is steering.
But I said I'd
Stage
probably
one.
end up going to Birmingham.
Stage 2 burn, nominal.
But just watching some of the clips here back of the orbit last night if you didn't see them. And just sharing what you loved about it. And you just saying how special it is to see a 747 flying again in the sky. Stupid adverts.
Altitude now is looking at around about.
And yeah, as we're
600,000
talking about the 747, let's just get some hearts and whatever in the chat for that 747 flying again. Of Cosmic Girl.
Approximately 3 miles per second. Bus voltages for the batteries are nominal. You may have noticed that we had a lower voltage while we were in captive
Switch your
carry,
data source to
and
the
that's
grid.
You had so many problems last night they did with the
being provided by Cosmic Girl at that point
connection.
before we switched over to the rocket's internal batteries. Stage 2 burn is a little longer than the stage 1 burn, so this might take a little while for us to get to second engine cutoff 1.
25 away from the 1K. I wonder if they managed to salvage any parts of the rocket and its cargo from the 747 last night. Are you on about last night? I don't know, I hope so.
As I said earlier, there are points of the
I'll read you the statement in
flight
a
where
minute.
we don't have the telemetry coming from the rocket because we are out of view of the ground stations. Our flight software folks have implemented a store and forward on our rocket, which means that when we are out of view of the ground stations, we are storing that data so that the next time we do come in view of a ground station, we can download it and
Confirm target back from Madrid.
No, it's just so awesome to see something like this in the UK, and I'd love to see something like this again.
Rocket and is streaming the data.
I hope we can make many more.
Confirm signal from Maspalomas. Switching telemetry source to Maspalomas.
Newton 4 shutdown initiated.
And to just have a late night and stay up all night. I was so happy to watch this last night.
You just heard the call for a Newton 4 shutdown. Newton 4 is our stage 2 engine. So that is the completion of the first burn of our second stage. Welcome back, everyone. It appears that Launcher 1 has suffered an anomaly which will prevent us from making orbit for this mission. We are looking at the information and data that we have gotten, and we'll be back with you in a moment with more.
It's a shame, though. So,
Get something this January that'll keep on giving
so
and giving with
this is what I've just been reading anyway from the Virgin that they put out late through the night. Historic UK mission reaches space, falls short of orbit. Nuki, the UK, 10th of January. The first historic attempt to launch satellites from British soil reached space last night, but ultimately fell short of reaching its target. After successfully taking off from the runway at Cornwall, which just a few weeks ago was transformed from a mere slab of empty cement at the commercial airport to the world's newest space launch operations centre, travelling to the designated drop zone, Cosmic Girl, the customised 747, beautiful plane, that serves as the Launcher 1 system's carrier aircraft, successfully released the rocket. The rocket then ignited its engines, quickly going hypersonic, a bit like me half of the time, and successfully reaching space. The flight then continued through successful stages, separation and ignition of the second stage. However, at some point during the flight of the rocket's firing second stage engine and the rocket travelling at a speed of more than 11,000 miles per hour, the system experienced an anomaly, ending the missions prematurely. Through the mission, did not achieve its final orbit by reaching space, achieving numerous significant first-time achievements. It represents an important step forward. The effort behind the flight brought together new partnerships, integrated collaboration from a wide range of partners, including the UK Space Agency, the RAF, Civil Aviation, the US Federal Aviation Administrator, the National Reconnaissance Office, and more. They're sponsored partners with Planeswap Mate Live. And demonstrated the space launch is achievable from UK. Out of 5 Launch 1 missions carrying payloads for private companies and governmental agencies, this is the first to fall short of delivering its payloads to their precise target orbit. The Virgin Orbit CEO Dan Hart says, "While we are very proud of many things that we are successfully achieved as part of the mission, we are mindful that we failed to provide our customers with the launch service they deserve. The first-time nature of this mission added layers of complexity that our team professionally managed through. However, in the end, a technical failure appears to have prevented us from delivering that orbit. We will work tirelessly to understand the nature of the failure, make corrective actions, return to the orbit as soon as we have completed a full investigation and mission assurance process. That was a lot to read. You missed it all, Will, last night. It was so boss. Mind you, it's what my shows to catch up on as well. I just thought this little video was good, but it's got no blaming sound. Yeah, get it round on me up. There we go. Just boss that little video. Awesome. Who wishes they could have been there last night? I do. And I'll show you this video. Of the Cosmic Girl arriving in Cornwall. There we go.
Runway 12, clear to land, 130 degrees, 7 knots.
Come to watch the Virgin 747 come and land. Something different that you normally just see out of the US, so it's nice to see it so close to home. It's massive, especially in the engineering workspace. A lot of jobs created. A lot of people I went to university with gone into sort of the satellite, the space companies. So
there she is arriving into Cornwall. Beautiful. Oh, look at that.
International launch site, so it's really exciting for all of us, the whole company. So, yeah, we're just really excited to be here to get started.
My message for UK launch is there's so much coming right now. It's so exciting. Get involved, and maybe this will be a career that you'll spend your life working in.
Oh gosh, I'm so emotional. I didn't expect it to feel like that, and it's the sound and the feel of this amazing aircraft behind us.
There she is. How amazing. There she is, the Queen of the Skies. That deserves some love, that. And you know what? You might not have been there, but just to tune in and watch that launch, there's something to be proud of, especially in aviation. And we all love the Queen. What?
Cheryl sent you a message.
Yeah, I'll reply to it in a minute.
Said you should have gone down to watch the launch.
I watched it last night. I've the beautiful Queen. Mr. Queen. There's still a few of them now, isn't there? So beautiful. Can't find much more about the orbit, but I might go back live anyway, in a bit, for a game of bingo or just whatever, I don't know. I hope you have all enjoyed this little live so far. Anyone else want to say anything about the 747, or is that it? I think Will P's off to bed anyway, and he's been up early. I've got the trains now for tomorrow. I will be soon, mate. Oh, well, you have a good night's sleep. Off to the RVP tomorrow. Oh, and someone's got to work. What time are you on tomorrow? Yeah, it'd be nice to go and see some 7-4s, you know. $11:49 that you start, and your finish time probably late. You're off on Thursday anyway, I don't know what you're moaning for. Part-time bus drivers, like. Lazy bus drivers. Anyway, Will, I'll be dancing tomorrow. 4:15 on Friday. Oh well. How are you, Mikey, anyway? Come on, trains. I thought, not just looking at trains, letting me out. What a waste, them or buses. Doing good. Well, I've just looked at a train. There's one at 7:15 in the morning. I can get to Manchester Airport at 8:36. And then that way I can catch the morning A380 departure. And then see the afternoon one arrive and depart. So looking at 2 A380s tomorrow. And then aren't they on strike tomorrow, or is it Thursday? Which? Bloody train strikes. I'll have a look. Train strikes. There's one. I don't know what's worse. If not even buses on strike or trains. Train strikes. I'm just looking. So yes, I'll be tomorrow at Manchester. Well, there's nothing down about train strikes for this week. And looking at it, it's all go. They're alright for tomorrow. When are the buses on strike? So the latest, let's see what the latest is on the launch. You want to blame them straight, don't you? So you don't have to go to work. Oh, so you can have careers in this. Careers in the Virgin Orbit. Space for everyone from everywhere. That's what the headline is. Oh, and it says on the website, virginorbit.com, you can visit the missions. I'm on my mission. Oh well. I think I'll end it in a second anyway. Where are we at subscribers? Anything else? $25 away. I think I'll end it there anyway, but thank you for tuning in. Like the button, like the share and share the channel. Thank you for tuning in, and take care everyone. And look out for the content tomorrow from Manchester Airport. Yeah, you go and hit the pillow. I'm gonna go and get everything prepared and ready for Manchester tomorrow. Oh, will do, Mikey. Take care. Just what, we'll have a nice little live tonight there about the Virgin A. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll be back.